Welcome to your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored today and this week by Socratic Technologies. It feels very good to be back with you, and I'll have a comment to make at the end of today's report about the last week or so. In the meantime, election polling, what else is going to be dominating research news for the next 8 to 10 days? Das Struess, the president of YouGov America and Definitive Insights, was good enough to forward an insightful presidential polling analysis done by YouGov President Peter Kellner. He tried to simplify the noticeable variances in state-by-state and national polling results after the first Obama-Romney debate. Let's look at some of those points. Kellner's political polling beliefs include taking account of a respondent's political partisanship because, he asserts, party ID inclusion reduces the risk of a rogue poll that may be demographically fine but politically skewed. Another reason to incorporate party ID, he said, is that many pollsters say that it can change sharply in response to specific events, but YouGov's experience show that it changes very, very slowly. Being registered to vote also matters, and YouGov's sample has undergone the unusual extra step of being checked against each state's list of registered voters. Kellner emphasizes polling the same people before and after a debate. YouGov polled almost 33,000 voters in September and then re-interviewed about 25,000 of them after that first debate. Some polls reported an 8-point Romney first debate bump, but YouGov found only a 1-point narrowing of President Obama's national lead. Explaining why, 93% of YouGov's pre-debate Obama supporters said they were still in his camp after the debate. On the Romney side, that percentage was a very healthy 94%. Kellner claimed that adjusted only for demographics and with separate pre- and post-debate samples, Romney achieved a 5-point post-debate bump in 25 states. What can we look for between now and Election Day? Well, for one thing, since only 10% response rates happen in telephone polling, if there's even a 1% improvement in response rate on telephone polling from a Romney or Obama supporting group, attributed to enthusiasm or whatever you like, that can have a huge polling impact. Kellner's final point was about IVR polls, which cannot legally call the 1/3 of voters who have only mobile phones and no landline. Quote, these are people who are keenest on Obama. Robopolls tend to produce higher figures for Romney, end of quote, concluded Kellner. In the end, YouGov's polling conclusion about the impact of the first two presidential debates is highly surprising. They claim neither was much of a difference maker. So perhaps the bottom line was preordained, because you see, weeks ago, I heard that historically speaking, presidential debates rarely move significant voter sentiment. Maybe daily tracking polls serve no good purpose and are misleading, except to the Obama and Romney campaigns. And Gilda Radner, in character on Saturday Night Live many years ago, may have had it right about this year's debate polling results when she said, never mind. Finally, I want to thank so many of you, the hundreds who emailed messages of condolence to me on or after October 18th with the death of my father. As you can see, I haven't shaved since his funeral, and I won't be doing so until somewhere in mid-November. It's part of how I plan to honor his memory. I hope you will indulge me. That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by Socratic Technologies. We hope you have a great research day, and we look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow.